First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Dallas Cowboys and the Detroit Lions. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Ready, ready, rip right, rip right. Ready.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll run it now out of the gun. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. And they'll look to avoid an early 3-and-out here on 3rd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. They will go for it. Now Newton. Looking for Moncrief, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. Tackled by Bradley Chubb, the number 5 pick in the 2018 draft. On 2nd and 9. Newton, he'll get this one to Galladay. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 11 yards there, first down. On 1st and 10, Newton flushed out right. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. They'll find Galladay, that's complete. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. 33 yards that time. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. On 2nd and 1. Newton, he gets this one to Johnson. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But
and he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. The sack there by Bradley Chubb.
Goes up to how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
Well, you know, he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Alert. 54. Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home. Check safety. Check safety.
On first down, it's Long. That one complete. Elliott. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Luck now to throw. Dancing to his left. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Coleman. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Moncrief brings it in. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 16 yards, a first down. From the gun, here's Newton. That's to his running back, Kerryon Johnson. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They only got a yard out of that last completion. And that makes this 2nd and 9. Newton now to throw. Got him in. It's Brown. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 17-yard line. From the red zone now, Newton. Forced out to his left. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble. And it's 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 7 yards there and a first down. Out of the gun, Newton. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. He's at the 50, the 30, past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
You mean with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Newton in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Here's Newton. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1.
That's it, baby. You go, go.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Will Harris. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Now following the interception, here's Newton. Open man is Galladay, complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards. Now it's Newton. Buying time to his left. And he'll go down at the 28. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Newton looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. The Lions on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time it's 3rd and 3. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. Kerryon Johnson turned away on 4th down. And the Cowboys defense is going to get him the football back. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Here's Luck. Under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Let's put that team on the bus. Bang, 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 bang. Reggie. 6 guys. Check 6 guys.
3rd and long. It's Luck. And that will be incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt, and the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. And on the ground they go with the running back. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Throwing is Newton. Airing it out deep for Smith. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 14. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had two nice interceptions a week ago. Now two here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working.
He's crashing. He's checking crash. Hatchet. Check three.
After the interception, it's Luck. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And Luck will be intercepted for a third time. Snags it for the pick. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. Intended that time for Cooper. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may force them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Complete. It's Johnson. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. Newton to throw. Going up top. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And they're going to be waiting for him as they get him behind the line. So we're at halftime here on a Monday night as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They keep on the ground with Elliott. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me. Close. Go ahead.
On 2nd and 7, Luck. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Jump. Hey, check. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Here we go. Alert flare.
Here's Luck. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Going to give this time to the tailback. A gain of 3, 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And he'll give it here to his running back. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Eric Ebron. His first touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Montez Sweat. He's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss. From the gun on 3rd down, Newton.
I got you, boy.
He gets it to Brown, complete.
Come on, now.
Give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down. The shotgun snap for Newton. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Galladay. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That one goes for 24 yards. Here's Newton. Being chased out left. And that's incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
To throw again. Newton. This one complete to Lacey. The reception good for 7. It's third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Newton now to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down. Now Newton. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. They've been burned twice already on fourth down, but the third time's the charm as they keep the drive moving. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Back to the air, Newton on second down. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And down to the 7-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. This is caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That's good for a gain of 6. Second and goal. Second and goal from the 1. And he's going to go down. This will count as a sack, a very short sack. Taken down at the 2. Jalen Smith able to get in there and drop him behind the line. They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
Tackles.
From the gun, Newton. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Back now at Ford Field, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
The last play got just a yard. Here's second and 9 from the 26.
12. Forward is mark. Better bring. You better bring. I'm letting you know right now, you better bring. Check.
From the gun, here's Locke. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off near the 26. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Johnson was the intended receiver. Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Now a throw here to his running back. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Throwing deep for Galladay. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Hey, 1 set. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Yeah.
Here we go on 4th. Newton. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Michael Gallup, that's who he was looking for, but it's going to be 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Check Mike 54. On. We're rolling.
To throw is Locke. Looking left sideline, incomplete. Johnson the intended target, and it's 3rd down. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. Who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. Luck now perfect since the 2nd half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Mike 54. Mike 54.
To the air again. Luck. He's going to rifle one. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to look deep down the field. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Now a play fake, and it's locked. They'll roll him out right. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. On second down, Elliott. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll fake it. Now Love. He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Will Harris. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. Cooper was the intended target.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Here's Newton. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or 2 short, and it's 4th down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Newton now to throw. And this is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position.
Check out. 622. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run. 11Z.
Luck gonna throw it. Steps away to his left. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some 1st downs, just as good as running the football. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Throwing is Newton. Now they set up the screen. That's complete.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Newton on 3rd down. This will be caught by Brown. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down. To throw is Newton. Now defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Now it's Newton. And this is Moncrief with a catch. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Kerryon Johnson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to draw a bit closer. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Throwing again is Newton. And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan.